What up? I gotta roll in the store real quick. Grab a drink on the way to the other store.
To the beginning. Will you join me in thanking Ozzy Osbourne for doing that for us? Thank you to the Prince of Darkness. Absolutely. What a day this past Saturday. I'm Mark Striegel on Ozzy's Boneyard. This next band really showed some love to the second part of the 1970s era of Black Sabbath with their set list. Yeah, they did 4 Sabbath tunes, all from 1975 through 1978.
Welcome to California, where that fucker is now $5. One monster drink was $5. Well, $4.85 with tax. Call it $5. All right, so I was gonna take the old highway, but I lose cell service going down that route, so I'll go to the freeway. The scenery's not as great, but I got cell service, except for I lose cell service in one spot for like a minute at the most. But we're driving through the backwoods of San Diego. Well, desert, but you know what I mean. We're in the back country. This is my little town right here. There's, I think, there's under 800 people in this town. We have a hot springs resort out here, which draws in a bunch of the yuppies and all the freaking hipsters from like LA and all that up there. So every weekend they do like live music and they do some cool shit. But I'm pretty sure all the bands they hire to do their live music are bands that can't even get hired in like a fucking dive bar because they suck. Jim, what's happening? We're actually going to the store at the Indian Reservation. I started buying the cigarettes from the Indian Reservation because I was paying $17 a pack for the American Spirit, and I found out that the Indian Reservation has their own brand, which is $4 a pack, and you can't tell the difference between those and the American Spirit. So I figured, since I'm not fishing today, it's currently 108 degrees outside and only getting hotter as the afternoon gets older. I didn't really feel like being on the boat today in that heat. Plus, I really need to, the last few times I've taken the boat out, I've just left a total mess in the boat. So it's getting actually kind of hard to fish off the boat because I got such a mess going on in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going up to the Indian Casino to get smokes, which I could buy them. There's that little store that I just left. And I'm such a rural, small town. Even a Monster drink is $5 at that place. A pack of cigarettes is $17. And then there is a gas station right up here that I could go to, but they're the same kind of pricing. So, because they're right off of the freeway, and people coming in from Arizona, they think like this is the last gas for quite a long time. Which, 2 exits up the road, you go to the Indian Casino, and gas is, well, the last time I went in there, it was like $4.09. But I know gas just went up in California again, so it'll be more than that. But this gas station right here that we're coming up to is well over $6 a gallon of gas to smoke, or a gallon of gas. So I started smoking the Indian brand of cigarettes. They're called, what are they called? Native. And you can't tell the difference. If I was to blindfold you and give you one of these and give you an American Spirit, you wouldn't know which one is which. But the Indian made ones are $4 a pack. So let's see what gas is here today. Gas today at Chevron and Shell are the exact same price. $6.19 for the mid-grade, $6.39 for the plus, and $6 for the low grade. And then biodiesel is $6.55. So it's worth it to me to go to the Indian Casino and get gas and cigarettes, because gas is $2 cheaper, and cigarettes I can buy 4 packs of smokes for the price of 1 at that gas station right there. So this bus right in front of me, I'm not going to pass them for a minute. This bus right in front of me is one of the ones that takes all the illegals from all the border, like the the holding areas at the border, and then disperses them through the United States. Hey, 300 blackout. Fuck you and fuck Diddy. Get out of my channel with that shit. I don't put up with that Diddy bullshit in my channel. So you guys are going to trip here in a minute. The terrain totally changes. Like right here, it's there's like a waterway that goes through here. I wouldn't call it an actual waterway because there's no water in it, but there is a bunch of underground springs right there. And it stays green through here, but once we get up here a little bit, there's nothing but rock, and then it kind of changes like high desert scrub oak. No, I'm not in Arizona. Close. I'm pretty close. I'm like, I can make it to Arizona in like 45 minutes, but which I go to Arizona to buy all my ammo and all my gas lawn equipment. See how all of a sudden it just changes the terrain. All of this to the right burned down a few months ago. Not. I was in service in that one area right there. Hey, Terrifier, I hope you get prison raped by somebody that you're racist against. The fact that you come in somebody's channel and, you know what, Jim? Let me do this real quick. All right, Jim. You now have the power. I modded you up, so. Jim, go ahead and do me a favor, Jim. Before you kick out this troll, report him for racism. Tap on his name and hit the report, and then hit the report racist stuff, and then ban his ass, please. Yeah, Jim, report that dude for racism and hate speech, and then ban him. Because when you report him for racism and hate speech, what it does is it flags their parents' URL, and after a couple flags, their URL gets banned. So it fucks with their parents' internet connections. So pretty soon this racist little kid is going to get his parents' internet completely blocked, so that you know, they can't access anything on the internet. They'll be completely shut down. Are any of my mods in here? Awesome, thank you, Jim. I don't mind the trolls with their stupid little, like, edit stuff and all that bullshit, but, you know, if you're with the racist shit, you're gone. Yeah, that blackout kid, get him out of here too. Yeah, fuck that kid. I'm just going, actually, I'm on the way to the store to get a pack of smokes. Leafy Greens, what's happening, brother? Problem is, yeah, how'd you know it's a Cherokee? It's a Trailhawk, actually. Okay, yeah, I got the 2020 Trailhawk. And it's funny because people look at this thing and they're like, oh, you should be at like soccer practice or the mall with that. And then I'm the one that ends up out in the middle of nowhere with the recovery gear, pulling out the freaking Wranglers and the Rubicons and all that. I've got this thing stuck one time in my entire life, and that was totally my fault. I was out fishing the canal by the desert, or by the border, and I went to leave, and I knew I should have put it in 4 low just because of how soft the sand was, and I did not. I put it in sand mode, but I never put it in 4 low, and I got stuck like a motherfucker. But I carry all the recovery gear. I got my sand ramps and shovels, and I got my kinetic rope and my regular tow rope and all that. It took me like 3 minutes to get myself out, and I had buried to the frame. Like, I basically high centered. Everlast, yeah, I remember you from BB's channel. Hell yeah, appreciate you jumping in over here. Unfortunately, today it's too hot to fish, and I got way too much of a mess in the boat to deal with. So I'm gonna, when I get home, I gotta do, clean up the house a little bit, and then I'm gonna pull the boat up under the tree, and I might actually put up the Easy Up so that I can clean out the boat and get it ready tomorrow, because I want to fish tomorrow. I haven't been out fishing since Saturday, and I'm feeling it, man. My reel hand's starting to twitch and kind of hurt because I haven't been reeling anything. I mean, we got the big old bay skunk on Saturday. We didn't catch a damn thing. Well, I take that back. I did catch one little snook, but I won't count that because it was so small. And I never actually put hands on him. When I got him up to the bank, I saw what he was, and I let him have a bunch of slack lines so that he kicked and actually self-released. So I never had to handle him, which, I mean, I prefer, if I don't have to handle a fish, I won't. Just because, like, the more you handle them, the more you risk screwing them up. But that one was, I actually could have, like, put him on my big shark rod and threw him out for bait, but I didn't feel like it. Like, he was so small, I didn't even know he was there. Because I caught him on my big saltwater rod, so he didn't even have enough weight to, like, move the tip of the rod. The only reason I knew he was there is because I went to do a bait check, and when I reeled in my line, I realized he was sitting there. Like, he didn't even try to fight. He was so small he couldn't fight. He just, he was just along for the ride. Alright, so the gas was, the cheapest gas at that last gas station there was $5.99. We'll see what it is here at the Indian Casino. They have like a whole travel center and truck stop and all that shit up here. But there's one other Indian casino farther west. They're usually a lot cheaper than this place on gas. But they're still the two lowest gas prices. Alright, so here, it's $2 cheaper. $4.26, $4.43, and $4.59. And then diesel was $4.64. So, it was $6, over $6 at the gas station up by my house. This place is a freaking zoo today. This place is kind of cool though, like the way they got the gas pumps. You can, it doesn't matter what side your fuel tank's on, you can pull up to either side. The hoses are long enough that, motorcycle parking only. I'm only going to be here a minute. Fuck them. Fuck them. There's a dude pulling out, so I'll roll up over there. Oh, this dude's waiting for that spot. Shit. There's no parking here at the Indian Casino store. Is that dude pulling in there? Yeah. Alright. I'll roll around and park on the other side. This dude's coming in through the out. What are you doing, stupid? Now there's no parking. Wow. That's kind of crazy. This place usually has parking. This fucking asshole just parked in the motorcycle parking. I'll park way out here. Alright, these guys kind of frown on filming in the store. So I'll just leave the camera running out here for a minute while I run into the store. Here goes Border Patrol.
We would have never known each other without Black Sabbath.
I'll be back in just a minute. I'm gonna go yell at this dude too for parking in the motorcycle parking. What a fucking asshole. If I would have been on the bike today, I would have fucking smacked his mirror off as I came into that parking spot. That was fucking interesting. That was just a whole big old blown out ordeal right there. Why will my Jeep? Oh wow, okay. That's a trip. I just learned something new. I did the remote start and the Jeep wouldn't let me put it in reverse. Come on, Jeep, get out of the way. Yeah, apparently if you do the remote start, the Jeep won't let you go into reverse unless you hit the little button on the dash to start. But no, when I was in the store, the line was kind of ridiculous. And some lady cut in front of the line, so I freaking had words with her. And the security dude standing in there was like, yeah, get out. You got to go to the end of the line. And she threw a big old hissy fit, so it turned into a whole scene. I should have actually taken my phone with me and got it all on camera. But she was escorted out of the store. This is all the employee parking over here, I think. I don't even know if I can get out from this side of the parking lot, to be honest. Maybe I can. Yeah, I can. The gate's open. Okay, cool. This gate's usually closed. I got lucky right there. So let me go. I gotta go over here to get out. Me and the wife will come in here once in a while and gamble. They don't have card tables in here, and I do not like the actual like slot machines and video machines and all that. So, you know, very seldom I'll come in here. I'll play like video poker, but the wife usually kills it when we come in here. She'll come in here and put $100, you know, and she'll leave with like 7 or 8 every time. God damn it, my chat froze again. Fat Cat, what's up, brother? No, this Cherokee sucks ass on gas mileage, to be honest. When the wife was driving this to work on a daily basis, she was filling up 3 times a week. But then again, she drives 150 miles a day round trip, so now that I'm driving down on a daily, I fill it up like once every few weeks because I really don't go that many places. I don't pull the boat with it. I mean, it'll pull the boat, but I keep the boat hooked up to the truck, and the only thing I use the truck for anymore, since I started driving this every day, is pulling the boat. Alright, we're heading back towards the house. So, gas here, if you pay with cash, it's $4.26. If you use your debit card, they keep the same price, the $4.26. But if you use a Visa card or MasterCard or whatever, it's 20 cents more. Which I think is bullshit. They should not be able to charge you more depending on your payment method. Gas should be one price. Especially these days. Like, who really carries cash anymore, you know? I mean, I always have cash on me. The wife always has cash on her. But it's not like we're carrying cash around for everyday stuff, you know? The average American uses a card to pay for everything. which sucks because a lot of us are paying, 35% interest when you buy a candy bar on your Visa card. Oh shit, it's hot out here today. Beautiful day, but hotter than holy hell. I lose cell service. I can't be live on the back road, but the back road is so beautiful out there. It goes through like oak forest and just some really cool landscape. But with no cell service down in the little gully, it's not worth it. Then I might go live again when after I get, I got to do some stuff around the house. I made a complete mess out of the kitchen this morning, so I got to go clean up my mess. But once I'm done with like the inside stuff, I'm going to start cleaning out the boat, getting it ready for tomorrow. And I might go live doing that. Because I got to redo the fish finder mount and all kinds of stuff. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the fish finder mount. I had it mounted up on the console, but where it was mounted I couldn't see it because of the glare from the sun. So I actually just took it off, and now it's like sitting down by my feet underneath the console in the shade. So I need to move it. I also need to, I might take the trolling motor completely off because it doesn't really work. So it's kind of just in the way at the moment. So I might end up just taking the trolling motor completely off. I need to buy a new one. But they're like $3,000. The one I want's like $4,200. I can get the one like one step down for $31, I think. But I'm not going to buy that unless basically somebody else buys it for me. And I currently have a, I guess we'll call it a legal situation going on, to where it sounds like that's going to pan out in my favor. And running those numbers of what that settlement should be, I may actually just use that to buy a whole new boat. Because that, on paper, what everything's looking like right now, that should be, that'll be more than enough to buy a new boat. So I make a bigger boat that's a little more worthy of hitting the salt water. Like I can take my boat out to the kelp right now, but it's still sketchy because it's so low. It's a bass boat. So I don't have that height to where if it gets kind of choppy or whatever, I can get through the chop. As of right now, if it gets windy or choppy, I got waves coming over the bow of the boat, and that is just not smart. So my boat will probably be for sale here pretty soon. So if anybody's looking for a bass boat, hit me up. I'll make you a deal. I even got all the service records, and I got a whole file of all the stuff I've done. All the receipts, all the maintenance logs, all that. I don't know why, but my chat keeps freezing up, so I can't see chat all the time. But service may or may not cut out right through here. I think it kind of depends on which way the wind blows. We're going through an area right. If you get in a car accident, it's going to be a while before they get you. And there's, it's hard to see, but there's a lot of people that drive through here that I think what happens is they'll kind of drift off the side of the road, the steering wheel, and then go off to the other side of the road. And both sides, if you go off the road here, you're done. It's a big drop off on both sides. And I mean, there's spots like right here where it's not a big drop off, but right when you get around this hill, it's a drop off and it's nothing but boulders that you land in. And you usually don't walk away from that. But like right here, if you go off on the left, you go through a little boulder field and then you end up in oncoming traffic. And there's been quite a few accidents out here lately. People fall asleep driving and, you know, they end up off the road or into oncoming traffic. Which, if you're, you know, if you're driving and you start getting tired, man, there's no shame in pulling over. I'd rather pull over and take a power nap than end up dead on the side of the freeway. God, it's hotter than shit out here. It's up to 112. I know I got a bunch of stuff to do on the boat, but I don't know if I want to do it when it's this hot. It's just too goddamn hot outside. I was supposed to go, a buddy of mine just bought a new rifle, and he wanted, oh, those are new skid marks off the side. Those weren't there the other night. I'll trade you the 108 for the 112. But yeah, a buddy of mine called me up. He bought a new rifle. I wanted to go shooting today, but I just didn't feel like being out in that weather shooting. It's too damn hot. I could go for some nice long-range target practice right now, though. And then check that out. The dude bought a helicopter to put on the roof of the gas station. The guy that owns it's a Vietnam vet, so he's got a giant American flag flying at the chevron and a big ass POW flag at the shell. He owns both gas stations. See, I can take this little road right here to the left, or I'm sorry, to the right. Little dirt road that goes out through the middle of nowhere. That one right there. That dirt road ends up in my backyard. But I can't get the Jeep into the driveway from the backyard. I ride the dirt bike out through here all the time. Actually, I think what I need to do is I broke the back rim of the dirt bike last time I rode it because I ride a little bit harder than I should, especially for being as old as I am. I got a whole brand new back rim sitting there waiting to get put on the bike, but I haven't done it yet. I need to put that back rim on the bike and go riding on a live. I'm not sure how well I would get cell service in some of the area back there though. But I think it'd be a cool live video. I'd have to do it through my GoPro, which I don't know why, but when I try to live stream through the GoPro, for some reason it cuts out after like 40 minutes. It just like disconnects from the stream. I don't know if it's something in the settings or if it's a GoPro thing or what, but I need to figure that out because I'd love to be able to take the GoPro and do some live riding. Little airport right here to our left. I talked to the guy that runs it the other day and set it up so that my dad can go hang out up there. My dad used to be a pilot. He's in his 70s now, so he can't really fly anymore. But, you know, flying is his passion. So I got it set up so he can at least go hang out at the airport and be around it. So they want him to start coming out every Sunday and helping out up there, which I thought was kind of cool. Oh, this is a great song on the radio right now too, but if I turn it up, it's Believer from Ozzy. If I turn it up too much, YouTube's going to copyright the hell out of me. I don't really want copyrights. It's one of my favorite songs though. Alright, here's my little town. There's so many houses for sale out here right now. On the left right here is what they used to call the senior center. But they're trying to make like they're trying to bring the whole town together as one, so they turned it from the senior center to the community center. There's a group of kids out here that every Wednesday and Sunday they would go into the community center because they do like a senior lunch and a senior breakfast. So the kids would go in just to hang out, which I thought was kind of cool. Like the kids will go in and just hang out with all the senior citizens just to kind of talk to them and learn, which I thought was really bitchin'. I was talking to one of the kids one day and they said that the reason they do that is because they learned that by talking to the senior citizens, they get a bunch of good information about life. All right, I got to run into the post office. I'll be back in just a second. Damn it. I forgot the lady at the post office leaves at 1 o'clock. What did I order? I got a package. I don't know what it is. I don't remember what I ordered. But hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and kill this live stream. I'm almost at the house, and I gotta go home and clean up the house. get a bunch of shit done, and then I'm gonna go do some work on the boat. I think once I finish up the stuff in the house and then go start working on the boat, I'll go back on the live again while I'm working on the boat. But we'll see you guys in a little while. Remember, hit that like and subscribe. Let's trying to build this channel up. All right, guys, we'll see you later.